Right.
That makes sense, you know.
Yeah, like
I'm my own person.
like when I first started like hearing myself like my own audio, like it kind of sounded weird. But like the more like times like you hear your own voice, the more you actually start hearing your actual voice like in your head. So
I just think I sound different.
well, yeah, like it's weird how like your brain just changes the way you sound per
That's
se.
weird.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, SHADIC.
I'm so small. What the heck?
It's because you're crouching,
I'm
dude.
tiny.
It's because you have your backpack on.
It's
Okay,
not
I'm gonna like.
I never have a straight back. My posture is like garbage.
How dare you? Okay.
Like, look at
Okay, I'm gonna ask you about tournament, stream life, Genesis 6,
6. Yeah.
7, 7. We're on 8 or 7.
7.
Okay, we're on 7.
You
Okay.
say stream life like my streams?
Yeah, your stream.
Okay.
Okay. So today you played Titus. You got to play some probably with J-Boss.
Yeah.
I think Titus was really your only biggest matchup.
Yeah.
How have your games like? Cause you've been playing against Titus at Goliath. So how's that been going? Cause I obviously can't watch that one.
Honestly, I don't think I've played Titus like recently, like at Goliath. Not in bracket, but the last time we played, I mean, I think I've been doing really well against him, so that kind of helped. At least for only for Joker matchup, because now we went to calm. But
Cause like you freed him up. you
I mean-
3-0'd him in winner's side.
yeah, and then
Okay, yeah. For context to the people that are watching this, right? It was a 3-0, winner side, and then loser side. It was a 3-1. I mean, grand finals. It was a 3-1. So you didn't drop a set. You dropped one game in the whole bracket.
Yeah,
Okay, so how did that go?
I was honestly surprised. Like, this is my second tournament back. Like after like a month. I don't know how long. He SD'd on the last game. I was
Yeah,
really
that's big sign.
mad. Like he SD'd in like the first, second. Okay. Well, I know. Titus actually SD'd the first game of our grand final set. I was like, and then we had to replay it. He aired us off stage because he thought it was me.
Yeah, like we're gonna go back and say like, hey, what happened? They're gonna be a little confused. The guy that like cuts the mods. Okay. They're distracting me. I forget. Okay. So you haven't dropped CORRIN. Is it gonna be one of those things where like you just want to play CORRIN? Because I know you, for example, like picked up Inkling. There was someone else that I thought you were picking up.
I mean, I've tried some other characters like Roy or Joker, but I didn't stick with them at all. Like I tried them, and then I didn't.
Did you
really
play Terry?
results. I didn't.
What did you think
Well,
about
actually,
Terry?
I
Well,
played.
okay. Thoughts on Terry?
Terry is like. All Terrys are masters. I'm just saying that right
Masters?
now.
They're just masters.
Punch, don't. But like, I'm really not good with like these difficult inputs. I mean, I don't think they're really difficult. It's just I'm not used to it.
I don't think they're difficult either.
They're not really difficult, but like, I'm just not used to him, so I don't
I
play
think
Terry.
his reverse, like that he has a back B, is the only
Oh.
weirdest part. Where like you're like flying, like DIing in, and you like side B, and then like gives like sends you backwards, and you're like, wait, no, and then you just die. That was like the oddest parts of like the first day Terry thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So you had a great game. You had a great tournament. So now let's talk about your streaming, which you haven't been doing a lot.
Not been doing it at
But
all.
originally, this will lead on to the Genesis 7. You had been donated a good chunk of money that is helping you now attend on to Genesis 7. So tell people why you haven't been, because I'm pretty sure I know why you haven't been able to stream, right? But why have you like not had the opportunity, or why? Because like I said, you were getting a lot of I think you were getting a good amount of viewers for like a startup stream. Because like people when they start up, they don't necessarily have as many viewers as you were having. So why haven't you been streaming? How did you feel about? How did you enjoy streaming per se?
Streaming was like really fun at the start. Like I just to play out with people, and like it was really fun talking to them and like talking about Smash and CORRIN and stuff. And then after a while, like I'm not really a streamer that does variety.
Variety. Yeah, there you go.
Variety
Variety.
like games and different stuff and like different like content creating stuff, I would always do viewer battles, and I'm like, this is getting boring, and like not just 'cause like I'm beating them, I sometimes lose, like
They're free.
no, that's what I'm trying to say, but like just doing the same thing over and over, it was like it got boring, so it's like I didn't feel like streaming anymore, so I got kind of lazy and I wanted to do other stuff, and the school came along, and homework is really annoying, but honestly I just got like bored, but now I'm gonna try to edit videos and create my own YouTube
Oh, you're
channel.
hypey now.
I'm gonna try to post videos and hopefully I get like views on that, and that like will substitute for not streaming.
I'll make you clickbait thumbnails.
Oh, thank you.
Nice. Okay. So
Clickbait thumbnails.
now you're going to be attending Genesis 7. Okay. Genesis 7. Thoughts on performance, and also why you're going to be coming back early because you don't want to miss out on Monday's school.
Okay. So for like your thoughts on how I'm gonna perform at Genesis using?
Yeah, like give me a rough estimate of your placing, your expected placing. 'Cause I think there's already your dad was telling me that there was already 1,300.
1,300.
Yeah, that have signed up for Smash Ultimate Singles.
Okay. At first I've never been to anything that big, but the biggest tournament I've ever been to was Little Tier City.
Mhm.
They had like 700, like practically almost like 690 something, but there I got 65th. So I'm assuming at Genesis I'm gonna do better. So like I will say I'm hoping for auto pools and then
Top 128.
Huh?
Top 128.
That'd be crazy. Honestly, like maybe that'd be like I'd be very happy.
What did Hypey get on Evo? Hypey being another one of our locals.
I don't know
And
who
like
got
I think he's one of the great local players.
Yes. Hype is amazing. Hype,
yeah,
come
he
back,
won.
please.
He won Texas Showdown. For context,
Yeah.
in 2019. So okay, let's say 256. SHADIC 256.
Oh sure. Yeah.
Okay.
That
For-
seems reasonable.
Reasonable. But how many wins do you need to get top to 256? Like 4, I would say.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's like every time I've looked at how many matches like first place gets like in the majors is like 9. They only play like 9 sets.
I mean, that sounds like weird compared to like the amount of players there are. But,
But like
yeah, it
yeah.
kind of makes sense. Like, when you think about it more.
yeah, because
What I
like
mean-
every time you get a win, half the people are
Yeah.
out. You know.
Yeah.
So
I
you
think
already like
so
passed
maybe-
like
yeah.
256.
Okay, now that it sounds like that. Okay, maybe I'm gonna go for like lower placing.
Mm,
I mean, when I say lower, I mean like closer to number 1. It's not like 256 or above.
So what? Give me an estimate.
Maybe 128.
128. All right, SHADIC says 128. We're gonna go with that.
I'm gonna go with that.
But like, don't you like find memes, copy it, take a photo of it,
No.
and be like,
I
or do you
rarely look
steal
at
memes?
No, I don't steal memes. I barely even look at memes.
I wish I stole memes, but I always like make them my own. Well, like I make them my own, but that's the reason I don't post memes because I don't like to like
Still
take memes. Well, like I don't like people like to call it stealing
You're a
memes,
thief.
right?
We're
Meme
exposing Rob
meme
right
thief.
now. We're exposing Rob.
But yeah, expose me. But like I don't necessarily like go ahead and like do too much. Right. Okay, favorite player.
Like in the world, you mean? Or
Yeah,
like
let's go with that.
I mean it's been Cosmos, but like he hasn't really been performing really well. But I mean,
Whoa! So you only like people that win?
no, I mean Cosmos isn't like the best of the world. I'm sorry, Cosmos. I swear, I'm so sorry. If you ever watch this in the future, oh my God. I love Cosmos so much, but like he doesn't really perform any well. But I still like him because his gameplay is like really crisp, and like I love watching him play. So I mean, I'm still gonna say Cosmos. Like he used to play CORRIN, and he plays Inkling. I respect that, and that's great.
Okay, if you didn't pick up CORRIN, like at the beginning of your Smash career, who would you have picked up? That is an Inkling, because technically you did pick up Inking. Technically,
Inking?
you did. I said it wrong, right?
Yeah, he said Inkling.
Okay, who would you have picked up?
Oh, I mean, I started in Smash 4, so like I guess Inkling can't even like be possible. I don't know.
No one.
Could-
You're like, nah.
honestly, I feel like- I feel-
Every other character is so like bland
like
to you.
yeah, like Corrin was like amazing. It just like clicked like as soon as I played her at Comic Con, and I was like, I like this character.
Okay.
But
How
then, like,
were your
before that-
experiences with you beat someone that's older than you? Like how? Okay, I know I've asked you like a similar question to this, but the question now is, how do you think that people react to you when you beat them? Because I already know how you feel. You're like, ha, I beat them, right? But how do you think that they feel when they're like, oh, I just lost to like a 12-year-old?
I mean, I think now they understand like who I am and how good I am.
Do you still go to like cons and be like, what up? Correct.
Oh my god, Comic Con, like I got like 5th place, and I'd be like bunch of these like noobs. Okay.
Damn.
No, but I think like I said, I think they understand, but I don't know. Like I'm not in the mind of them, but I don't think I hope they don't take it
Was
badly.
it weird having people talk about you behind your back, like other, like how people like react when like there's pro players or that are playing, like when people are like, oh, like how good is he, or like when they're just talking behind your back, they're like, oh yeah, like he travels all the time with his dad, like yeah, like it's really cool and like stuff like that, like because every time, like everywhere I walked in Low Tier City, everybody was like talking about you. So like that was
Really?
like
I know
yeah.
that. That's really
Like I think
cool.
it's one of those things where like you became popular enough like at Low Tier City 7. Where like I was just there helping running like a pool, and then it's just like, oh yeah, like SHADIC's like PR in his region and stuff like that. So like those are like things that like people yeah, like we do that to like the other pro players. It's like, oh yeah, like he's like third like in PGR and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean
Yeah, that's great. Was there a question?
yeah,
Yeah,
I did ask you a
I'm
question.
sorry.
How do
like
you
you kind of sidetracked me. Like you kind of went on and on.
yeah.
I don't know.
Hey man, I had to like add to it. Yeah,
To
okay.
elaborate.
Does it feel? I don't think
You said like weird, like if they were
you-
like talking about you or something.
well, yeah.
Something like that.
But you haven't competed in another major since Low Tier City 7, but you're gonna be going to Genesis 8 now with
7.
more. I remember the logo looking like 8. That's all. Okay, you're gonna go compete at Genesis 7, and is it gonna? Are you excited to now be going to a major where you're actually well known?
Yeah, that's really cool. Like I feel like people will approach me more, and now, I mean, last time I went to Ultimatum, I feel like nobody knew me, so it was kind of, I feel like I was kind of alone with my dad, and like Low Tier City was better because I actually knew people there. Like I already went upstate to Dallas and stuff, so that was better. But I think it would be like a better experience at Genesis because more people know me, and I think I'd be like more fun times because like people actually ask me like to play friendlies there. I was like, yeah, I can play friendlies, just let me know, and just find me and we'll play.
Will you play friendlies with someone while you're playing bracket, or you're waiting for your bracket match?
Like let's say we meet up and
Yeah, like so let's say you're in
Oh.
winner's side, and then someone approaches you and be like, "Hey, Shada, can I play friendlies?"
and then you play right after. Is what you mean?
Well, like you're playing friendlies while you're waiting for your match.
Oh,
Like-
yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't really care. Like, you know, some people like, I'm not waiting for a bracket right now, but like, I don't care. I'll play the friendly, and then if I call for a bracket, I'll go.
Okay, what is something about yourself that you don't think a lot of people know?
I don't know.
Favorite animal?
Favorite animal? I never asked myself this question.
What?
Honestly,
Really? You're 12.
I'm-
Isn't this like one of those things like I like dogs, you know? Like, I don't know.
I mean, I'm just gonna say a cheetah because cheetahs are fast. So that's it.
Cheetahs?
Cheetahs.
That's OP. So you like fast characters?
Yeah.
Hype. Okay.
See, I like Sonic, but then he Smash ruined Sonic for me. I can't with Sonic.
The game Sonic Adventure Battle 2, that was a blast.
I never forget that game.
Yeah, because you're too young.
Yeah, I'm too.
I'm a boomer at this point. Okay. Favorite color?
Blue, dark blue.
You see, you know your favorite color, but you don't know a favorite animal?
Reasonable.
It's like, okay, I understand that you think of the color more than you think of an animal, but naturally you would like know, you know, in correlation with what are your favorite things. Okay, favorite movie?
Favorite movie? I really like Wonder.
I have no idea. I actually
It's basically
do not.
about this like a 11-year-old, 10 or 11-year-old in 5th grade, who's never gone to school before because he has like, how do I say this? Like, it's not being mean. Like he
Facial
has an,
disorder.
yeah, something
Okay,
like
there
that.
you
I
go.
know, and he's been homeschooled, but in 5th grade that's the first time he goes to school, and he meets friends, and a lot of people kind of bully him. So it's like really cool because like, it's really funny too, and it's kind of sad because people make fun of him. But
I'm
then at
sorry
the
I
end,
laughed.
I'm so
Yeah.
mean. Like,
I know, I'm so
you're
cruel.
laughing at these children who are.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a really good movie. You should really watch it.
Okay.
It's
I'll
amazing.
go ahead and look it up. I have a
Wonder.
lot of like
Wonder,
Google
guys.
credits.
Wonder. That's the movie. Wonder.
Okay. I asked you a lot of random questions because I feel like a lot of people just want to know random things about you.
That's weird.
I mean, you're popular. It's like any popular person. It's like,
I mean,
okay, when you're
honestly-
like on YouTube and like you see like someone that like you just keep looking at their videos or like, what are they doing? What do they like kind of thing.
I mean, honestly, I can't see that's weird because I'm really curious and I want to know. Like, I ask people a bunch of questions. Like, hey,
Yeah,
when did
like
you
it's
start
the, it's
playing
the exact
Smash? Like,
yeah, it's the same thing.
yeah,
It's just like who
okay.
should like there's people that still leave comments in the first interview I did to you, and that was like
Really?
I did a really like my interviews at that time were so bad. I asked stupid questions. I was barely getting into Smash, and people watched that, and I'm like, damn. Like the fact that people like don't mind how bad that interview I like for me, right? Like how bad I was interviewing, and like to like still watch that content from like over almost a year ago, and like to be like looking you up adds to the fact that you're
Yeah.
popular.
Yeah.
People want to know about you.
People want to know.
So, now coming into Genesis 7, hopefully you see this interview and they'll be like, oh, that's who shot it. Yeah, other than that, like, do you have anything else to say? I was gave you, like, open to you.
Good. Good. Corn's good.
Okay, actually, yeah, good question. Why do you have good when you play? Why is your tag good?
Oh, so basically, Corrin's victory screen says good, while all the other Fire Emblem characters have these long quotes, like freaking Lucina's like, "Father, I won," and everyone makes fun of Corrin's good victory screen where she just says good.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm gonna be like the biggest memer and put good on my tag in the Smash game. I was like, it's genius. So that's why I have
Genius.
good there.
Okay, we're gonna wait for Corrin buffs, right?
Trying to fight? Nurse?
We're gonna wait for Corrin buffs, but that's all from us. Congrats on your first place
Thank
tonight.
you.
Well, can't wait
did
to
it.
see you in Genesis 7. Sadly you didn't go to Ultimatum tonight or this weekend, but
I went last year.
Are you gonna go to Texas Showdown? I was asking your dad about Texas Showdown actually,
I don't think he said. I don't think he said he think.
because like
He said
what I want to do, because like what people don't know, right? Context is that when we went to Low Tier 7, I made shirts with
With all the-
everybody
everyone's
from
name.
like Rio Grande Valley.
Yeah.
And Texas Showdown being a major that we can all go to. Well, because it's closer, right?
Where's that at?
It's in Houston.
Houston. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like 5 hours in comparison to like, hey, let's all go to like, something
Tallison.
that we can't
8
get
hours.
to. Yeah. So that's what I want to do and have
We're
like
so far.
shirts for everybody and stuff.
I
like
mean, it's not a problem for me. I get to sleep in the car and
that.
just wait.
Yeah, Shadik, you can't drive yet, so like it's one of those things where we have to
See,
like
the
drive.
benefits of being this young.
Honestly, it's one of those things where you think you want to drive, but like once you hit like 17 or like to like 19, you're like, I want to drive. But once like you get to a point where you've driven so much, you're like, I want people to drive me. I want to be on a passenger seat, or like I want to be on the window seat kind of thing, where like I want to look out, chill, listen to my emo vibes, and stuff like that.
I kind of want to learn how to drive just so I can go wherever I want, whenever I want. So like.
Yeah,
and
you
then-
think that now.
Yeah.
And then
now.
like you always see these like memes of people that are over like 20 or like in their 30s and saying like I got to stay home. Nice, like excited that like they had nothing to do that day kind
Wow.
of thing. So yeah, that's all I got for you. That's all I got from SHADIC, and we're gonna call it a night.
All right.
All right, because it's 11:50 for us. Good night, guys.
That's nice. I want to go to Canes too. Bye, guys.